What's going on, recliners? Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. Today I'll be checking out another episode of The Sopranos, Season 4, Episode 4. So, there's a couple things I want to see happen in this episode. I don't know if they'll be addressed. I have noticed this show tends to address storylines, abandon it for an episode or two, and then bring it back. So, hopefully I'll get some answers, but I'd like to know what's going on with Adriana and the feds. What do they want her to do? And how badly is it going to mess things up? And then what happened with Ralphie after Janice essentially tossed him down a flight of stairs? How's that going to play out? I know he'll definitely be pissed off. He had left Roe, was planning on going to stay with Janice. He got kicked out there. So yeah, I mean, going to be curious to see how he's going to be acting. But I'm definitely excited to get into this one, so we're going to jump right into it. Before we do, as always, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. So yeah, let's check out Season 4, Episode 4, The Sopranos. Man, I wish I could rock out to the theme song with you guys, but copyright.
Oh, who was telling me, Jenny? She used to do a little dancing herself, eh?
Is this joke still getting to him?
I make up clause, the whole bit. Pardon me, man.
Oh yeah, and actually he was the only one to really try and get Ralph and Tony together to reconcile. A dick move to make a joke like that about his wife.
What's that? Not funny anymore? Here! Here! Funny!
Whoa, John! Oh, what the f?
Let me buy you a drink.
Oh, damn. Cold.
John? Is that for Burberry? Oh my God, what happened? John, your hand is bleeding.
I had a few cognacs.
Come on, they've been married how long? She should know what's what.
Honestly, guys, I'd recommend a life insurance trust, including an assortment of other investment vehicles.
What, like classic cars? I know we're family. Let me think about it.
Dad, it's Uncle Sal.
I gotta get that. What happened?
News about the beating.
Hey, yourself. What the f, John? And Ralph works for me, so I ask you again. What the f?
My guy went over the receipts for the waterproofing at the Esplanade. This fucking Ralph's more creative than Spielberg.
First of all, that hasn't been established. Second of all, this is how you handle it?
We know that's not the root cause of that beating.
Cute sucker could wind up dead.
I thought Ralph was your friend.
Right, that's rich. See what my friend said about my wife?
Well, if he did say it, I didn't hear it. Because he knows better than to make a remark like that when I'm around.
I never had a problem with Ginny's weight.
Yeah, it's all that matters.
To think she's being mocked?
I definitely get his anger.
You can't be serious about it winding up, at least hear Ralph out.
Oh, his knuckles are still scabbed up. Nice attention to detail there.
It's just been sticking in my craw.
Yeah, there was no proof that's what they were laughing about, but your mind wanders about these things.
I'm surprised he didn't call you.
I want to make my garage into the guest house so my parents can visit. He says to me, because of the rules, I cannot do it. Next week, I make a party for the housewarming. Next Sunday is the party.
We will be there. The grantee registers the deed with the county clerk.
Calm down there, Furio.
Last year, with our help, over half a dozen crack babies were reunited with their natural mothers.
Not expecting that sentence.
That's so true what you said about college being an audition for grad school.
Check out the Law Center. There's some really cool people there.
Meadow-in-law?
What's the upside of telling Johnny that?
Getting go in New York somehow? Oh, you really think he's that cagey? Albert, then. Wait a minute.
What about Paulie?
Create a little dysentery among the ranks?
So look, Inspector here.
It's not possible, right?
Silvio talking to Johnny? You never know, T.
Jason's always been a well-adjusted young man.
He's actually talked about dropping out and joining the Forestry Service.
Something about the light at the end of that tunnel that can be very frightening.
Barely speaks to him anymore.
He's powerless to avenge you and resents his father for the same shortcomings.
The masseuse down there, the Del Rey. Magic fingers.
You know you broke up with his sister?
She wanted to stick a dough up my ass.
Yeah, no, she successfully did that on your request.
Hey!
Might not be as happy in a couple minutes.
Hey, you. Florida's finest.
Any idea who's writing a family gossip column?
Well, maybe I said something. I forget. I mean, there was a lot of wine that night. Who's he thinks keeping that fat bitch in devil dogs anyway? Oh, what? Apologize?
Oh, no, you do that, I'll be worse.
Is he there?
Oh, hi, Ralph. One sec.
And I'm calling to tell you how appalled I am. Yes, I'm denying I said it.
You're a real weasel, you know that?
Look, last year when Tony and I had our thing, that misunderstanding,
Yeah.
if that's what it takes.
Why would you apologize? I thought you didn't say it. I should have let Tony chop your head off a year ago.
You were gonna chop my head off?
No apology.
Ralph slept with Jenny? What did he say?
Have to repeat it? Her word's not good enough? Removed from her ass.
He's like, and?
It was highly inappropriate. You want? I'll demand he's taxed. I'll ask for 200 grand.
200 grand to insult my wife. What's that?
Damn.
You get the up for $1 million?
He wants the
I'm making a point.
I'm talking about my wife's honor here.
A room full of guys making fun of my wife. And you're not gonna let me deal with this?
Dad?
So what's this your mother tells you about you joining the Legal Aid Society?
Is that why you came here? To annoy me?
Indigenous types, they got plenty of money to smoke crack and gamble and all that shit.
You ought to know.
Come on, let's go to the bookstore. You probably need a sweatshirt or something. Take it easy.
That was so freaking random.
All right, let's straighten this out.
I can't do this.
Why?
John, what's wrong? Hey, we're trying to settle this.
It's not about that. I'm sorry, Carmen.
I definitely understood it at the beginning, but now it seems to be like a little much.
His mother tells me he's having a rough time of it.
Jen, please. Kid, slightest bump in the road, he knows exactly what to say to get attention.
Interesting connection.
I'm consolidating some bills.
What do you get that I don't care? I met with your cousin. You gonna cry now? 'Cause you equate love with money.
You equate love with money.
Old school phone.
Let's get started. My daughter is coming in with the baby later.
What's that, Tony?
Junior, it's Carmine. How you doing?
I told you, I gotta pick up Sophia.
Poor Bobby.
So what did Ralph do exactly?
You made a very hurtful remark. It's not worth repeating.
If you weren't there, how do you know it's true?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Liberty to say who? I should be making the beef here.
I want to avenge your honor. This is my right to do. I mean, this is my wife we're talking about here.
Is clipping him gonna unring that bell?
Nobody's getting clipped.
I want satisfaction.
You're being unreasonable, John.
For real, man.
So either name a price or get the over it.
John. Just think about it at least.
Ralph's got a big problem, kid.
Thought you squashed it.
I did.
Yeah, then somebody should do something about it.
I appreciate your thoughts.
You saying what I think you're saying?
I didn't say nothing.
20 years I've been friends with you.
Oh, damn.
I was f***ing around. For Christ's sakes.
That's enough for you and your stupid f***ing remarks. Go back to Miami and play volleyball.
What's the joke? I still don't get it.
It's not a joke, per se. Top thing is I don't even like Ralph. If he were drowning, I'd throw him a cinder block.
The fifth question, and the poor prick used all his lifelines.
I used to love that show.
Carmine's gonna position himself for maximum deniability. Who knows? Maybe there's an upside to Johnny going.
You'll call Lou DiMaggio up. The Atwell Avenue boys. For 15 years, everyone and their mother was getting rich dealing H. Lenny gets pinched for heroin trafficking. You go to Rhode Island, and whatever you do, don't mention drugs. Coke, heroin, not even Tylenol.
We could do this ourselves. Ninja style.
Silvio Dante, we spoke on the phone.
Chris Montasante, how you doing? What do you mean?
We don't work for drug dealers.
No, of course not.
He stays at the Boston Harbor Hotel. The guy on the left.
We're having cake later.
This is weird.
What you have in mind, then?
Nothing fancy, as long as he disappears. It's your money.
Would you like some cake?
Actually, we get along right back.
It's giving me like Texas Chainsaw Massacre family vibes.
That guy we're looking for, he's at the Del Rey Hotel in Miami. A friend with the paving problem. Send someone over there tomorrow to take care of it, then.
We gonna get a double clipping?
Fruit salad. You want some? Low-fat whipped cream.
You enjoy it, sweetie.
She gonna find a loophole to help out Furio?
We were just passing by. I figured we'd give it a shot.
No, we weren't. Come, I'll show you.
It's gorgeous, Fior. So that's the garage in question.
I work in the garden as a landscaper for a very rich man. Just me, I worked there alone. I was never so happy in my life as when I worked at that place.
Flashbacks to happier times.
You know, I'm not sure, but I think if it was built before 1938, you can apply for a zoning variance.
Love you.
I love you, too. Careful driving.
I feel bad for her now. More than likely, that's the last time she's gonna see him alive. Is he bringing the hit back home?
Why is the door unlocked?
Jesus, you scared the shit out of me.
What are you doing? What the hell's this? I thought you were on the Atkins.
I am. It's hard, John. I'm trying. What's wrong with you? Why are you yelling at me?
Did I ever ask you to go on a diet? You have any idea what you've done? It was your idea. It was dieting nonsense.
I wanted you to be proud of me.
I ain't proud of you.
Is he calling it off?
I'm already out here, though. Like, right there.
We'll work something out then. Don't worry about it.
What's your fucking problem?
Dude, if you only knew.
I'm so bored, I feel like crying.
It's adorable, Furio, really.
I'm gonna be leaving soon.
I'm not kidding. There's tons of toys in there he said you could have.
Okay.
Go ahead, I'll get the flashlight.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, God!
Come on, Dad, dance with me.
No. Yeah, come, go ahead. Good idea.
Jen, why do you still feel guilty?
I shouldn't have gone down into that garage that late at night.
You can't think like that.
Finally, I spot someone leaving, this big Bluto sort of guy. Turned around and became quite confrontational. You cannot blame yourself for what happened to you.
No. But also, did you not recognize that was Tony Soprano?
And beat me up. Would I be saying, gee, I shouldn't have tried to park my car?
Actually, I mean, you were like creeping up on him super close. Nothing to do with parking your car. Just give the guy some distance. Her, on the other hand, shouldn't have to worry about just walking to a parked car at night.
You wanted to see me?
You could tell Ralph I've decided to accept his apology. I'll expect to hear from Ralph then. No more weight remarks, Tony. They're hurtful and they're destructive.
He's not going to call it off on his end, is he?
No reason.
I don't know if I believe that. What size is this?
I don't know, small. See? I knew you could pull it off.
What's she thinking about with that music in the background?
Tony?
But don't turn it off!
I thought that was in her head. Was she thinking of him now with the music? That messed me up at the end there. Alright, guys. So, just got finished up with episode 4. And of course, they're gonna drag out the Adriana and the Fed story because that's really what I'm looking forward to seeing the most right now. But we did get to see Ralphie back. Maybe it was just because he was fresh off vacation, but yeah, he wasn't like out for blood. And I mean, there may be some issues down the road, but empty threats in the other episode against Janice. He's not going after Tony Soprano's sister. But he may be out of the woods for now, but he is walking a fine line. He has no clue how close he was to just getting clipped there. That phone call comes 30 seconds later, he's done. Johnny Sachs, though, I don't know if he's officially off the hook yet. And now, that whole thing with him and the comment about his wife, I get being upset about that. You know, it is a disrespectful thing to say. It's been eating at him now for like 2 or 3 episodes. And yeah, you know, he's holding a beef against Ralphie. But to off him because of a joke that really wasn't, like, he could have said so much worse. Seemed a little extreme. He was kind of being a baby about it for a lot of this episode. It's like, all right, you've said your piece. You've kicked the shit out of someone who didn't have anything to do with it. You've got your verdict. Like, it's like, okay, we're not going to do this. Just move on. And it's still not good enough for you. And it may end up getting you killed now because of it. Not a smart move, but I'll see what happens with that. And the whole thing with Carmela and Furio, I think it was like the first episode of this season. Yeah, it was like a quick glance or something. I'm like, what's she doing? Like, and as the seasons have gone on, there have been like little signs here and there where it's like, you know, okay, yeah, if it's a little harmless flirtation, daydreaming, whatever. But, you know, Furio himself was kind of giving some looks this one, and those two are playing a dangerous game. It may not evolve into anything further than what they've been doing now, but I don't know. There's being friendly, and then there's being a little too friendly. I don't know. I mean, obviously nothing would happen to Carmela because of it, but Furio, on the other hand, I don't know. Be careful, man. And that whole scene at the end, when I first heard the music, I'm thinking, you know, she's about to be intimate with her husband, but she's hearing this music that she was dancing to with Furio, and she's thinking of him. But no, that music was actually being played at that exact moment by Meadow. That was pretty funny. Definitely threw me off. I wasn't expecting that. But then right at the very end, it looks like it started playing again in her mind, and maybe she was thinking about Furio. I don't know. But overall, good episode, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, as always, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it a like. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next one, I'll see you guys soon.